What is going on, everybody? It is the Heart Pirates TCG here. I got second actually at my pre-release, and I got the winner card because it goes to first and second at our locals. But the only reason I didn't win is because I forgot how much Dawn I had. I thought I had 9, but I actually had 8, and just cost me the entire game. And like it was just a downhill battle or an uphill battle from there. But did really good, got the winner card, and I want to show you what cards I decided to play to win your pre-release if it's happening over the next couple days. So without further ado, I will kind of talk about my strategy. So I actually played I'm sure I'm probably gonna have like the thumbnail as what leader I played, but it is Crocodile. I forgot to bring my Crocodile, but I asked one of my friends if I can borrow it, so I don't have it with me right now. It's downstairs. I don't feel like going to get it. But I played the mono Crocodile, and it was just super good. So the cards I played one Sugar. Sugar, you can't get its effect unless the leader you're playing is a Don Quixote. But it's still an Ezo on play, so you can rest a blocker if you really need to, which came in handy a couple times. And I played double Miss Golden Week, so that's the reason why I decided to play Crocodile. That and one other reason, of course, or two other reasons I'll talk about. But Miss Golden Week was huge, guys. So basically what would happen was like I would be aggressive and like I would do a lot of life to my opponent, and then I would like slap down Miss Golden Week and then freeze one of their cards in place, and then use Crocodile's effect the leader and bounce the other one. So like I was able to play very aggressive while also like maintaining board presence. Obviously I was getting very low in Dawn towards the end of the games, but it was super good. I'm gonna take those off screen. And then I'm gonna play like I'll talk about like just like regular like kind of fill-in cards I kind of had to play for space because you had to have 40, but I had like 3 4s, 4 6s, 4 5s, a draw one right there. Usopp's good if it comes in play. On KO it kills a 5,000 original, or not original, on play, or I'm sorry, on KO, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a base power of 5,000 or less. So pretty strong. He can pop like a lot of things, and he's just a body forever pretty much. So those are the only cards I kind of had to like throw in there just to like play. I did get very lucky with like my pools. I played at a pre-release on Friday, and my deck sucked so bad. Like I didn't get like any 2Ks. I had a ton of blockers, but I didn't have any 2Ks. So or like any supers for that matter. So I was just playing vanilla beatdown, which really sucked. And then I played for the blockers. I played double Miss Merry Christmas. Card is actually insane. Won so many people games at locals. It won me one of the games too. On Friday, I didn't end up winning, but I did get I did get her off once to save my life. She's a blocker that Dawn -1, you just play her. And then Mr. 4. Mr. 4 is pretty good. He's basically a 5/7 blocker, Dawn -1, which is pretty good. And he's a 1k counter. And then Diamante is just good playing him on curve. Like a lot of times like people aren't really playing, like people aren't putting Dawn on their leaders at first to like attack. So like they'll like on curve they'll play, like, you play this at 5 and they'll play like a 6/8 vanilla and they'll try to swing with their leader, then you just block with Diamante. So super good on curve. And then more blockers. I had a very good 6 packs, guys. And then also you can use the pre-release cards that you get from the packs in the deck too. So I played a couple blockers, but I'll go over my events now too. I played one Gum Red Rock, came up once. They played the Banished Luffy, the 8/9, and was able to bounce to bottom deck it and then use the Crocodile's effect to bounce another 5/7, which is really strong. And then I'm playing like the black Rad Beam, which is called Barrier. Does the same thing as Rad Beam. It's plus 2,000 if you have I think it's 2 or less life, then you gain plus 2,000 more during the battle. So 1 cost Rad Beam essentially. And then I played Weakness is an Unforgivable Sin. Dawn -1, your character or leader gains 1,000 power for the entire battle, or for the entire turn, which is great. And then I played what is it? What is this card called? Nez Palm Cannon. It's a plus 6,000 3k that can ramp if you have 2 or less life. And I had one Banana Kick Cannon, or whatever this is called. I'm sorry, I don't know the names of them. I know what they do. But Bad Manners Kick Course. So I played one of that, came in handy a ton. And then this card right here is absolutely insane. The Doflamingo 5 cost. What is it? The weak do not choose. Or the weak do not have the right to choose how they die. Super good, guys. I actually didn't know until the final round that you can actually, this is actually an activate main thing. I thought it was just a counter. Either way, it's really good, but the activate main is actually makes it also just pretty good. You might be able to splash this in film Dofi if you wanted to. I think it's kind of cool. Trigger's pretty good too. Just set 5 down as active, so if you have a bunch of dead cards in hand, like Trigger could come in handy. And then for the beatdown cards, we played Banana Gator. Love that card. It's my favorite 5/7. Then we had the one Crocodile, which actually won us one of the games. Sorry about that. It won us round 3. Fantastic. Another card that helped win round 3 is this Monkey D. Luffy. Guys, they have the card that basically does... it restands itself at the end of the turn with a Dawn on them. It's a 4/5. It's like called like Daddy something. This is like the only answer, and Crocodile, like other than Red Rock, this is like the only answer that you can like get that doesn't require like a lot of combos. So like Luffy, like dropping him down, obviously doesn't have rush because you don't have the Coliseum, but dropping him down and then next turn going like 7 or 9 or whatever, and if you have the 7 cards in trash, you can like double swing him again if you really wanted to. So like that, just like stuff like that's pretty powerful. He's a beatdown character. You know who else can attack active characters is this guy right here, Cavendish. Cavendish is just super good overall. Dawn on him, he can attack active characters, which is just super strong, honestly, in my opinion. So him and Luffy are like the only answers for what's it called? Like the 4/5 guy, and then they're just also just beaters in general. Other beaters that we had 3 of the giant dudes, the 6/8 vanillas. This card was just good all day. If you can establish him, sorry, let me get it closer to the middle of the screen. Yeah, if you can establish him, I have the pre-release version right here, but if you can establish him, it's just really good in general. And then same with like this dude right here, Randolph. I forgot I did have this guy in here too. He's a trigger, basically a cracker, or not cracker, but trigger, discard a card and then play it. So like pretty much every yellow card. And then with a Dawn on him, if you have less life, he gains 1,000. So kind of like Cracker, but he doesn't do the double strike. I forgot that should have been like with like my kind of fill-in cards, but those are the beaters I had. I didn't have a whole lot of them like vanillas, but like I had like the super rares to kind of make up for it. And then guys, the best part about this deck, I drew so good when it came to the 2K counters. So guys, if you can, as many 2K counters as you possibly can fit in a deck, you have to play them. I think I got 11 in total. Yeah, 11 in total. Whoop, sorry about that. My camera's a little zoomed in, but yeah, guys, 11 2Ks in total. Like like you need as many as humanly possible. I was lucky enough to get 11. One of them came from my pre-release pack, I think. And then I got, you know, obviously the beige and like a couple of these violas. I think one of the violas is also a pre-release too. Maybe not. I thought one of them was another pre-release, but I could be wrong. But yeah, guys, that's the deck. If you guys are looking for like cards, like basically to do constructed, the main rules you follow are like, as soon as you open your 6 packs, you look for your 2Ks, you put all of those in there, right? Then you do the second scan, you look for your blockers, you pretty much put all of those in there. And then the third scan, you look for your vanillas, like your 5/7s, your 4/6s, your 3/5, or 3/5s, we'll save them for after, but 5/7s, 6/8s, and 4/6s, you put all of them in there. And then obviously like your super rares that are like impactful, like Crocodile or Kaido or Yamato or whatever, you just put those in there just in case. And after that, you see how many cards you have left, and then you kind of like go from there, right? So if you have like a ton of events, maybe you consider playing Doflamingo like the leader, right? Like you should choose your, obviously I think Kid is the best leader overall, but it depends on like the way your deck is kind of constructed, right? Like the way this deck was constructed with the 2 Miss Golden Weeks and then the Crocodile, I wanted to get the most like use out of like the control aspect of this deck, because I don't have a whole lot of blockers. So I think I had like what, 5 blockers or something like that. So I knew I couldn't like tank a lot of attacks from the Kid. So I had to put it like, I had to be able to basically put a lot of pressure on the board and like just get rid of a lot of his attackers so I can keep a lot of life just in case he does decide to go for gold 2 double swing. So that's why I decided to play Croc. You can decks that I consider playing, or leaders I consider playing for this event is Katakuri and then Kid, and then I think Zoro is actually bad for the event, guys. I just don't think Zoro is as good as the other decks. Katakuri is always a 7k swing, and you get him pretty much every single turn, which is just massive. And then like, because the thing is, like, Zoro, like, yeah, he boosts your characters by 1,000, but like most of your characters are already, like, you're playing like 3 5s or like, you know, 5 7s 4 6s, so like, yeah, it could come in handy, but like the characters are already big enough that like it doesn't really matter that much. I think the double swing is just better, or just like 7k swing all the time while looking at your life. That can be pretty big. Crocodile is obviously good if you have a control style deck in mind, but it just depends on like what you have in mind, guys. But let me know what you guys think about this deck, and if, like, obviously if you guys won the tournament or not. Let me know if you played any of these cards too, and you know what kind of cool combos you're doing, so maybe other people can see it in the comments and you know, kind of keep that in mind when they're building their deck for pre-releases. But thanks for, you know, watching the video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.